The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or host. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the day that the Lord hath made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. And yes, we are excited about another opportunity, another day that the Lord has made. As you all know, this is the day. This is the day. This is the day. And yes, we made it through the night. Did you hear what I just said? That wake up call that came this morning lets you know that you're part of God's kingdom. God bless you all. Let's hit that like and share. Let's let somebody else know this is Wisdom Wednesday. We'll be waiting for none other than the actual host. I'm the co-host on Wednesday, but we'll be waiting on G to come and join us as he's preparing now to head out to work. Thank God for jobs. He's heading out to work, and so he'll come on at a later, before he arrives. But God bless you all. God bless you all, to each and every one of you all. Let me please mind my manners and say some good mornings to folks this morning, to Lady Fisher and Elder Clark and past Overseer Randall Fisher. God bless you. Awesome broadcast last night. Listen, if you all on Tuesday evening have some time in your busy schedules as you get Inspired for Love is just an awesome broadcast. I was on last night listening to them, and I tell you, I really enjoyed the conversation that they was having. To Mother Feaster, God bless you. Thank you for joining us. You and Elder Feaster snuck away. I didn't see you all on Monday, and I sent a text out. I was like, I'm checking on you. Amen, somebody. To my brother Charlie, God bless you, sir. God bless you. Thank you for joining. To Overseer Chris Burton, who's blessed us not only on Friday, but came on to our 1 hour of power. And what a mighty word. He's a teacher's teacher. And I tell you, I enjoyed him on Monday. To Lady Ivory Scott, God bless you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let's see who else. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss it? Oh, to my Pastor Fred from Kenya that never misses. And people need to understand that's a 7-hour time frame. So it's like midnight. It's 12:30 where he's at right now, and he's joining us, and thank God for that. And of course, as you all know, on the second Saturday of every month, I get up at 5 a.m. To speak to the congregation. If you never had an opportunity, you hear me talking about Kenya all the time, but I challenge you before the year's out to join me on a Saturday morning and see what God is doing with our churches over there in Kenya. And we're excited about our move of God. That's what's going to happen in the month of April. Yes, go to we're going to go to Kenya in April. I've got in the new year some trips already on the books, and the Lord has really been kind to me to allow me to go international, and I'm just so excited about it. And one of the things that Bishop Eugene Taylor spoke into my life, and he told me, he said, you have to be introduced. You have to be introduced. And a lot of times people are trying to introduce themselves, but somebody has to speak good of you. Someone has to present you. There's doors right now or rooms right now where your name is being mentioned. And I know I'm talking to somebody. Good morning, Lady Christy. God bless you. Thank you for joining. Your name is being mentioned in conversations that you don't even really know about. And a lot of times we say it's the favor of God, and yes, it is the favor of God. But the favor of God sometimes is placed on someone else to be a blessing to you. And we have to learn to become friendly and learn to fellowship and learn. You know, the truth to the matter, if I could just be transparent and honest before G gets on, that the average church is under 200 members. Did you hear what I just said? The average church is under 200 members. And so when you think about the average church being under 200 members, that means that those would be classified as small ministries, but yet still have a kingdom assignment. And I'm saying all that to say that when we learn to work together, when we learn that it's not about you, it's not about me, but it's about us, we could accomplish so much. We could accomplish so much because I'm convinced that what I don't know, somebody else does. A lot of times, we find ourselves in positions where we think, God bless you, Lady Dorothy. We think that everything has to come out of our mouth. If y'all notice the platform that God has allowed me to do, I do talk. Don't get me wrong. That's always been a gift that I had, so I can talk. But I invite others on that sometimes haven't been in my circle. And so, you know, by you not being in my circle, when I introduce you to my circle, it opens up additional doors for you. And when we learn to share and do what God has called us to do, He said to go outside, you know, and our biggest thing is we want to do so much inside. But when you stop worrying about getting the mic, when you stop worrying about being out front, but you start worrying about being a servant. Do you all know that even with my title, I serve Bishop? Did you hear what I just said? Yes, I serve him with pride. You hear what I'm saying? I drive him. I travel with him, you know what I'm saying? And it has nothing to do with a title. And so we've got to learn that if we're going to make it, we've got to attach ourselves to somebody, listen, that's already where you're trying to get to. Hello. Hello. I've said it many a times. If you are the big dog in the pack, then you need to get into another pack. Why? Because the only way that you're going to grow, a fish tank, a fish will only grow as big as this tank. Did you hear what I just said? And some of you all are being held back all because of the circle that you want to remain hanging on. And I'm not telling you to throw nobody away. What I'm saying is attach yourself to someone else that can help you. Man, we 10 months, we can listen. In 2 days, we will be in the 11th month of the year. And some of us, if the truth be told, some of us are still talking about what we was going to do back in January. And listen, it has become a pattern. It has become a pattern. We say the same thing because next year, this is what I'm going to do. You know, and for you all that have been following, one of the things, I had bought this treadmill and I started out and then I went on a trip and it threw me off. And for weeks and months, I sat there. Look, for a minute, the treadmill became a clothes hanger. I was throwing clothes on it. And eventually I folded it up and put it at the end of the bed. But you know, last week, you know what I said? I'm going to stop making excuses. And when I decided to stop making excuses, guess what ended up happening? I ended up getting on there. And now every day, rain, snow, sleet, or hail, I actually have on my bottoms right now, and all I'm going to do is change my top, put the sweat top on, and I'm going to put my 30 to 40-minute walk while I look at a sports channel or CNN or something. Why? Because I made a decision that I was no longer going to continue to make an excuse. I see G has popped in. Can't see his face, but I know he's on, and so I'm gonna go ahead and bring him on because I'm always interested in hearing. He comes up with some good points, and I just love I love our relationship and our conversation that we have. So come on in. I'm getting ready to bring you in. I know the people can't see you, but they can hear you. That black screen behind you. Can you hear me, G?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so how you doing this morning?
You know, it's that time of the year. It's getting dark now.
Yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, the truth be told, we fall
To be
back.
honest, it's gonna probably look like this on going forward for the next.
Well, we fall back. We fall back on Saturday. We fall
Yeah.
back.
So,
This coming Saturday,
oh, that's
time
good. That's
changes.
good too. Thank
Yeah,
God.
yeah. So we fall back this coming Saturday. So make sure you set your clocks. But gee, I was just telling them that we got to work together. But I, like I say, this is your day, so I tend to always try to piggyback off of whatever is on your mind. We've had a couple of good conversations over the last couple of days, so I'm gonna let you start it and see where we go with it.
Um, I mean, I don't really got none. I really just be trying to
You
like.
always look.
I
You
just be
always say that,
vibing,
and then
saying
you
it too.
drop something on us.
But it's not none that I be thinking about.
Right,
It's
right, right. I know.
it's
I
whatever
know.
going on in my life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but I just lately I just be seeing a lot of people talk about what Obama didn't do and what Trump did do,
Uh oh. Uh oh.
and what Biden is not doing.
Uh
And
huh.
I'm really sad because it's mostly the colored, because I feel like don't Hispanics and Latinos fall under being colored.
My.
I'm really sad because it's not that you can't know. I'm sad because we choose not to know.
We choose
And
not to know. Huh.
and that literally I feel like has been our biggest downfall. I think
Mm.
going back in history, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna fast forward it, but this just popped in my head, so I'm gonna shoot this little analogy out.
Okay.
I feel like, a reason why they were able to come over and take our land. Well, we know why. Why is because they wanted to know. They
Mm.
wanted to know how to build.
Wow.
They wanted to know how
They
to
wanted to
plant. They
know.
wanted to know how to. They wanted to know how to do all these things that made us be able to agriculture to be able to survive on,
Mm-hmm.
in the United States. They wanted to know. So, and they've been like that the entire their history. They want
Okay.
to know.
Mm-hmm. They want to know. That's
Whereas
good.
whereas us, we don't want to know. We just want the gratification.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh.
And so when I go back to and it's really my age group, it's really sad to hear them talk about what Obama didn't do and what Trump did do.
Mm-hmm.
Because if anybody understands, first of all, I don't know anything in life where you get instant gratification. And I
Ooh.
tried so hard to think of it before I made that statement of something where you get instant gratification.
Mm.
And maybe you can think of it real quick and let me know. So as I'm talking, go ahead and think of it. And the
I'm
people in the
trying.
chat,
I'm
and people in the
trying.
chat, if you can think of it, because I really would want to know. But
Mm-hmm.
think of something where you get instant gratification.
Instant. Yeah. Yeah.
The closest thing I came up to was school.
Okay.
But even when you pass, even when you get a good grade on the test, you still have to wait to the end of the year for promotion.
Uh oh. You talking good. Come on.
So even in school, you have to wait, regardless of if the instructor has said you are graduating.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You still have to wait until graduation day to elevate.
Mm-hmm.
So when we look at these politics and we say, "Oh, because Obama didn't do this," what didn't Obama do that he said that he was going to do for you?
Mm-hmm.
For
Mm-hmm.
you, what didn't
Mm-hmm.
he do?
Mm-hmm.
Then on the flip side, how is it that Trump was able to do everything that you wanted him to do in his 4 years? But look at this. As soon as he leaves, you back to complaining about what you was just complaining about 4 years
Mm-hmm.
ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's funny how we can't pinpoint this gap of, oh, when society, not even society, but when economically we were, doing pretty good
Yeah.
the 4 years after Obama.
Right. Right.
So I'm gonna do a little education, for 2 seconds, just so people
Help us. Help us.
understand
Come on, G. Help
what
us out.
what gratification and instant gratification is. When you become a president, the reason why they say for the next 4 years is because those 4 years they're working. It's not until they leave office, and a lot of times if
That
they
your
don't have
policies. Yes.
the house,
Mm-hmm.
it's not until they leave office almost 2 years later
Mm-hmm.
where their bills, their
Mm-hmm.
policies, and their
Mm-hmm.
laws are put into fruition.
Teach, son. Teach.
So so you spend the next 2 years, that's why you get, that's quote unquote, that's why the candidates of 2028, that's why they're going to start in 2026.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, yeah, duh.
Mm-hmm.
So this idea that Trump has done so much, and I'm glad that Kamala Harris has finally came out and debunked it. Even Barack Obama debunked it
Yeah.
yesterday
Yeah.
on Twitter, of this notion that Trump signed off on the stimulus checks.
Right. Right. Right.
When we can literally find video, that's going back to, like I said, we don't want to know.
Mm.
We don't want to know.
Come on. We don't want to know. I like that. I'm gonna put that
And
in the
we don't care to
chat.
know, to be
Yeah.
frankly honest, and we don't care to know. But
Yeah.
we don't want to know, because you can find videos of Trump denying the stimulus check.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't until, like Biden, like Obama, and like Harris said, it wasn't until the Senate finally actually passed it, because they was like, yo, people need some money. It's no,
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
people don't have
Yeah.
jobs, this, that, and the third. Then he signs his name off on it.
Yeah. 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 Slows the
But
process
at
to
first
put
he
his
didn't even
name
want to
on.
give you nothing.
Yes, slows the process down just to put his name on the check. And here we go. Let me just jump in right quick, and I'm gonna give it back to you. And so then, because we don't want to know, we literally thought when we got this check with his name on it, that he sent it to us, not even understanding the process that he ain't had. If it would have left up to him, we wouldn't have got it. Which I didn't get it because of my income. But for those that did get it, but go ahead, back in your hands. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. So going back to, and this is not even about presidency. It's really about the instant gratification of where society has put us in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we might have talked about this a while back. But if you just seen what we have became in society, they're making us, they're forming us, they're building us mentally to think that we're supposed to get instant gratification, that we're supposed to get
Ooh.
instant this, instant
Wow.
that. Why do we know that? Well, for one, I got an iPhone where I don't, I can figure out where I'm going. I can find out if police are around me.
Mm.
I can call my family that's in Maryland, so I don't never got to visit them. I can call my
Ooh.
family in the West, so I never got to talk, so I never got to visit them.
Wow.
I can, all on my phone, all on my phone. I can send a text message. I can apologize through on my phone, so I don't have to see you face to face to get that actual emotional
Mm.
connection. I can do all of this on my phone. Well, how do you know that, G? Well, because it's something called McDonald's, Burger King, Little Seizures, and it's considered a fast food restaurant,
Mm.
meaning I can get my food fast. And you know what? Even the people who rush them, and you see customers that go in
Yeah,
there and they
yeah,
rush. You're
yeah.
rushing a fast food restaurant to be faster.
Mm.
Just think about that as where we at in a society. You can go into a McDonald's and you got them people arguing because they want their food faster.
Mm.
Now you already about to eat a fake burger and some fake fries,
Wow.
fake chicken nuggets,
Mm.
and you telling them to bring it to you faster. So they have molded us in
Good
society.
gracious.
They have molded us into society to have this instant attitude. And if you look into the Bible, and you know me, I ain't no Bible savant, but one thing I did do is do a little bit of research. Not too many things in the Bible happen. You feel, and I'm not saying that we be careful. Let me be careful
I know.
with
Yeah, 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 yeah,
because
yeah,
I don't want you to say, "Oh, he said God ain't do
yeah,
this,
yeah,
Jesus
yeah,
ain't do this when
yeah,
he said he did." I'm not talking about that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
I'm I'm talking more on the realms of like the pharaohs and the maybe the possible the war stories that we
yeah,
hear
yeah.
with the pharaohs, and
Uh-huh.
I'm talking more so of those where we kind of knew the end game because of how the story was going,
Right.
but it still didn't happen on their time.
Come
It
on.
still
Come on.
didn't happen when they
Yes.
wanted it to. You
Yes.
feel me? It still didn't happen. Maybe for real. I mean, to be quite frankly honest, it didn't happen fast enough for any of them because they
Right.
probably
Right.
lost loved ones. They probably
Right.
lost friends. They
Yeah.
probably, so it
Yeah.
probably frankly didn't happen fast enough for any of them,
Yeah.
you know? So even in the Bible, you know, it wasn't instantaneous,
Right.
that
Right.
you
Outside of the
know,
miracles. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
outside the miracles. Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's called a miracle
Right.
because it's something that's not supposed to happen.
Ooh, come on, son. Come
That's a
on.
that
Come
that's that
on.
that's
Come
some- that
on.
that 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 that's the intuitive phrase that goes with miracle. I forgot who said that, but
Uh-huh.
that it is something that it wasn't supposed to happen. It was
All
something
right.
that rarely occurs. That's why it's
Uh-huh.
considered a miracle, you know. But yeah, so just going back into where we at as society, and I'm saying all this to say a word came into. Oh, I seen a word that I feel like that I needed to see because when I see something I feel like applies to me, it makes it easier for me to apply it to me,
Uh-huh.
and it was patience.
Oh, ooh. Man, that's good. That's
I
good.
need to be I need
That's
to be
good.
way more patient. And I'm not, I'm
That's
not saying,
good.
I'm not no preacher. So I ain't saying we need to be this, that, and the third. I don't know
Yeah.
how patient you are.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying
yeah.
I need to be more patient,
Oh, that's
with
good.
everything I do in life. I need to be
Woo.
more patient at my job. I just need to be more patient with
Mm.
everything I do at life because I was birthed into a society where it has tricked me in believing that everything that I'm supposed to get is instant. And if it's not instant, going back to what we talked about a couple months ago, I failed or
Mm.
I didn't,
Lord have
I
mercy.
didn't do good. So I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah because I want everybody to work on just pay because I feel like even if you think you got great patience, you can get better patience
Yeah.
because with patience it's not gonna make you feel like a failure. With
Wow.
patience, it's not gonna make you feel
Wow.
like that you're not, you're not below, you're
Ooh,
not beneath
Jesus.
yourself. And that's all just being with patience. And people don't understand what comes with patience comes with confidence.
Mm, mm, mm.
You
Mm.
can't have patience and not be confident. You can't be confident and then still not have patience. A lot of times the person that's not confident is because they aren't comfortable or controlled in what their environment is, and that what's the word I'm looking for, that in endeavors into being impatient, being rattled, being, sporadic because of the environment that they have, not, not the environment that they put themselves, the environment they put their own self into the environment. So like I said, I'm saying all of that to say, gratitude, instification, this, that, and the third. I said all of that to really get to the end of just being patient, because I seen that word earlier. I seen that word earlier, and I felt like it applied to me, that I just need to be more patient. Like I said, with literally everything, every aspect of my life. Being patient with God, being patient with God tells me to do, and what God has for me. Being patient with the promises that He has for me. Being patient, just like I say, just with life. Being patient with people, not being high tempered. This, that, and the third, that all of that, so yeah, like I said, I said I went on that whole big rant about Trump, about Biden, about Kamala Harris, about Obama, about instant gratification, about instant all of this, that, and the third, just to really finish it off with, we got to be more patient. I got to be more patient, because society has made us believe that basically, patience is involved, literally,
Let me tell you something, son. This morning, you drop some nuggets. You drop some nuggets that just, I mean, I don't even really know if you know. I heard you talking, but I don't know if you really realize what you were saying this morning, because everything that you said this morning, all of us need to exercise. Did you hear what I just said? Every last one of us need to exercise what you said this morning, because the truth to the matter is, none of us, look, I'm putting your cash app up. Because I'm definitely gonna sow. I'm gonna sow something into you this morning, because you dropped some nuggets this morning, son. I mean, the fact that we have gotten to a place where we feel, and you said it some other sessions ago, the entitlement. So that entitlement of instant gratification, not even understanding that if we learn, and here's where you finished off at, if we learn patience, then it will still feel like it was instant gratification. Why? Because I wasn't sitting around twiddling my thumbs, thinking that I was entitled to it, thinking that it should have been here already. Quick example. Um, and I use Amazon all the time. I use Amazon. I use Amazon. I'm an Amazon Prime person. But guess what? There's times where it say
a
it's
gold
gonna come.
member, a gold member.
Yeah. But it's times that it say it's gonna be delivered at a certain time. Just this past weekend, we were expecting something on Friday, but guess what? We didn't get it till Monday. Did it change my world? No. Did I have to adjust and alter some things? Yes. But guess what? I made it through. And when we learn to have what you just told us, that patience, then the gratification of it is going to be that much more better. Because when you're impatient, regardless of what you get, and I'm gonna let you finish it out, but I just want to say this: when you was talking about the fast food, you can go to, and I'm not going to name any particular one, but you can go to any of them, and you so impatient, and you get whatever you order, whatever, and then when you get back in your car and drive off, something was forgotten. Whether it was the straw, whether it was the fries, whether it was this, whether it was that, whether the sandwich was fixed wrong or whatever, all because of your impatience. So what you said this morning, son, I appreciate it. I'm definitely gonna buy you some lunch today. And I challenge anybody else that got something to send a seat. And here's what we gotta understand: it's not about how much you send, it's just about you saying, listen, I concur with your message today, and I appreciate it. Y'all know how I am. I believe that a seed will create a harvest, but you got to let it drop first in the ground. Listen, you go ahead. close us out, G. And we're gonna see you back on this coming Friday. And yours truly is gonna be the inspirational speakers beginning of the month. And Lord is speaking to me already, so I will be the inspirational speaker on Friday. Tell somebody, come join us on this coming Friday. For the rest of y'all, have a phenomenal rest of the day. Tomorrow at the Lord's house, we're having Hallelujah night. We're not celebrating Halloween, but we're celebrating or help doing for our kids. Why? Because we know that the world has made it a day of serving Satan, but we're going to be giving God the praise and having a good time while we're doing it. You all have a good one. G, take us on out.
Yeah, yeah. So, um, just like want to just basically just finish off and say, let's just be patient today. With everything we do, just be patient today. Let's take it, a step at a time. Like you said, Bishop. Um, stuff might alter, might change, but it's not, the final say. It doesn't take you out the game. And like I always like to apply everything to football or just a game, just sports in general. But it's just always having that mental mindset of staying in the game, and I always use it, turnovers are going to happen. Mistakes are going to happen. Missed shots are going to happen. Drop passes are going to happen. With anything, that's with any sport, track, batons are going to fall, people are going to trip. It's about staying in the game, though.
Yeah,
The game is not
I
ended,
love it.
right there on that drop pass. The game doesn't finish with that missed shot. It's 4 quarters. Finish strong. We are about to, like you say, we are about to end out October. So that means in our fourth game, because it's only 4 games in a year. Well, 3 games in a year actually. But in our third game, we only got 2 more quarters left. We at
Mm-hmm.
halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So in this last game, and we all still here, regardless of where we thought we wanted to be at, where we are can't look at, even though you're not where you want to be at, this, that, and the third, you got time because you're still here.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
2-0. We got 1 game left and it's halftime. 2 months is down, got 2 months left. It's halftime. Let's finish strong. Let's be patient. And, I'll see you guys on Friday and Wednesday.
God bless you, son. Be safe. Like I say, I'm sending you some. I pray others feel the same as I did this morning. I enjoyed what you dropped off on us, and you all have a phenomenal day. It is also Giving Wednesday for our Kenya family, so split it up. Give him half, give Kenya half. God bless you all. Love you, man. Have a safe day, and we'll see you all on
Yes.
Friday.